welcome back to my channel. Today's look is actually kind of inspired by my most recent concealer hacks video. Everyone really liked the look. The problem is, okay, a lot of times when I do tutorials like that, I just kind of slap makeup on, so I don't even remember what I used, but I figured, I guess maybe it's time to do a new version of a purple look. So I filmed this look for you guys. It's not exactly the exact same shadow I used in that video because, like I said, I don't even remember what I literally put on one color. I don't remember what color it is. It's super easy to achieve, and I'm also going to be partnering with NARS for this video. And today we're going to be demonstrating some new shades of the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is one of my all-time favorite concealers. If you don't believe me, check the receipts. Look at my previous videos. This literally is probably like my go-to. Like if all else fails, I will take this concealer with me. I always have like 4 or 5 of them at a time on backup. And they just recently launched 6 new shades to the entire line, which is kind of cool because now I kind of have like in-between shades of the already existing shades. So they're long wearing, they're super buildable, easy to work with. So you're going to be seeing the many different ways that you can actually put these to use today. And you're also going to be seeing me get this purple fire look. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. What was that? I'm gonna go right in by priming. This is actually my first time trying this primer. It is the Oil Free Primer from NARS, and what I like about it is you don't think it's actually gonna mattify, but once you put that bad boy on, it dries down to a nice matte finish. It's also super lightweight and it smells nice. This is the Pore Refining Primer, by the way. For a little bit extra shine control and to really zap them pores into place, I'm gonna take this One Heck of a Blot. It is a primer from Soap and Glory. I've been curious to see how the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer looks as a foundation. This is my all-time favorite concealer, like hands down. I think you get the best of coverage and like it's buildable, it's not too heavy, it's not too light. For my under eye, for example, I use Amanda, and then my skin tone shade is Cafe. You think I'm playing? Always got 3 more Amanda on backup because God forbid if they ever, NARS, if you ever discontinue my shade on site. I'm just saying, on site. So I'm going to be demonstrating, just out of curiosity, I want to see how the concealer looks as a foundation. This Cafe matches me really well. It's got the perfect amount of warmth. So some of my favorite concealers I notice end up doing really well as foundations too. And you know, concealers, just because they say they're concealers, like these obviously have a lot of uses. You can use them to sculpt, you can use them to highlight, you can use them over or under foundation or as foundation. I'm really happy with how Cafe matches my skin tone. That's why I always, whenever I need to correct a spot like over foundation, I always reach for this shade because it matches me so well. And what I love about NARS is most of their products run golden. I never have issues with the products oxidizing on me or turning like too orange or too dark throughout the day. They just work. So now I'm gonna take one of their newest shades. This is Dark Coffee. So I'm adding those shadows back in my face, and it's nice and rich, as you can see. It's like a rich, it's literally like dark coffee. Like they named this shade appropriately. It's definitely a caffeine looking shade. This actually looks a lot like Trinidad in sheer glow. So I'm going to take Amanda, which is my highlighting shade, and I'm gonna highlight, baby. I hope that they never change this concealer. Okay, I just had to turn the brightness down on my lights because once the forehead starts beaming, girl, I need to, clearly trying to send up satellite signals with my forehead. So excuse the shine. This is not the strobing tutorial. I'm really happy with the way Dark Coffee turned out as a contour. It's just kind of understated. It's not too strong, it's not too obvious. Now the best way that I can control oil all throughout the day is setting this all with powder. So I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. You can use any setting powder your heart desires, or you can skip it if you just want like the skin to look more natural. But I have oily skin, so this kind of helps keep things locked into place for me, okay? Using 2 brow pencils from ColourPop in the colors Black and Brown and Bangin' Brunette. I'm just gonna fill in and shape my brows. Black and Brown is the darker one, so I usually sculpt my brow with that first, and then I fill in with Bangin' Brunette just to kind of, you know, give them dimension. Look, how on earth did you get there? What? One of my favorite ways to sculpt under the brow is actually with Amanda concealer. This is usually the step that that's usually the step that I skip in most videos because it's kind of redundant because I literally use that every single time I apply my brows. But today, I'm gonna show you how I do it. I just put like the tiniest amount on the back of my arm, and this brush from Sigma is bomb for under eye. It's the Line Perfector, the E68. Woo, it's got the perfect density. And that way it just doesn't look like concealer, 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 you know, like, I don't know, it's just like a nice sheer, it's like a nice sheer sculpt. So I'm just gonna go right in with the first color. I'm gonna be using this in my crease. It's called Party Time. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that in the crease just to kind of like control where the outer shadows go. Like sometimes I use my transition colors like as a guideline. I'm going to take Leopard. This is a deep dark purple, matte purple. It's so pretty. And I'm going to be applying that on my outer corner. This is a really vibrant and very shiny, like high shine purple. It's called Dare, and I'm just gonna go right in with my finger. For the inner corner, I'm gonna take a little bit more of a pinky purple. This is really, really, really gonna make it bold, girl. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Woo, it's a lot of shine. I'm gonna take my Silk Kiss Me liner from L'Oreal, one of my favorite liners, and this is the purple one, and I'm going to pop that along my bottom lash line. And then along the top, I'm just using a bit of the black now, just along the lash line, just so that it looks thicker and fuller. And now I'm going back to Leopard Shadow, and I'm just going to blend that liner out. I'm gonna go back to Dare again, and this is going to be my bottom lash line color. I'm using my Iman pressed black powder. I think it's the oil-free powder actually, in the shade Medium. I always set with powder just because it's summer, and this is a new I picked up a couple weeks ago, and I've been dying to use it, but there's certain things that I like to wait until I'm like on camera so that we can experience it together. And I believe this is their bronzing powder from NARS. It's in the shade Gianna, I'm not sure, but it's just a nice warm brown, and I believe that's like a highlighting shade. I don't remember what it is actually, but I'm going to be using the darker side. And this is like almost my skin tone. It just adds the perfect, it's really subtle. I'm also going to take it into my neck. I usually like to do that when I'm adding warmth to my skin tone. I have two brand new Sasha blushes I've been dying to try. One of them is a deep kind of burnt orange. It is in the shade Santa Fe, and then I'm going to highlight using Cappuccino Chiller. I don't know, there's just something really simple that draws the look in and makes it not as bold when you use peach, because peach is most like my skin tone. You need a lash, girl. You need a serious lash, like a bold lash. So I'm gonna be using Dana from Lena Lashes, which looks like this. And then just a little bit of Ms. Manga right at the roots of the lashes. And then to finish this all off, I'm lining my top and bottom lip with K Liner from ColourPop and Stormy Sahara lipstick, which is a peach from Maybelline. That was the teeth check, sorry guys. And that is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm going to have links to where you can buy the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I mean, they're pretty much linked in every video. But again, product list and all the details on this look are going to be in the description box. Thank you again so much for watching. And I hope that you join me for my next tutorial. Yeah, subscribe on your way out. I knew you would. I see you going for that button. I read your mind, didn't I? All right, guys, I will see you on my next video. Bye. By the way, it's been about 4 or 5 hours now, and in case you're wondering how the face is holding up so far, Not bad at all.